All right, let's get started. I'm going to save that thin rubber piece right here that comes with the Allen Edmonds heel bases. I like to use my knife here just to break up the glue for the heel base, with it attached to the heel base there. Alright. This one was resold before, so whoever did it didn't stitch it all the way around. Well, didn't stitch it at all, I should say. So we're only going to break the stitches right from the arch there and all the way around. I keep hitting the camera. And it's got a wooden shank, which is broken. Most of the Allen Edmonds shanks, well, not all of the Allen Edmonds come with shanks. Most of the ones that do come with them, that is a wooden shank, 6 out of 10 are broken. So we're going to replace it with a metal shank. Alright, so once we have everything apart, clean up all the cork, now we're going to focus on the heel lining, which is right there. On the other shoe I took it apart. Now you see there's a hole in the shoe, right? Well, that's the footbed. I just kind of pulled that out of the way, just to have a little access to the heel lining. Now this is the heel counter, which is the stiffener that gives it that structural support in the back of the heel. Well, there's not much support there because it's all cracked and broken. So we're going to reinforce that first, and then we're going to add a new piece of leather on the inside. And then we'll go ahead and close this up and glue everything back together. Put new cork, shank, and then we'll continue. Alright, so once we clean everything up, this is the reinforcement that's going to go in here. I forgot what they call this, but it's almost like a fiberglass material. It's got glue in it, and then you put turpentine on it to activate it, and you put it into place and shape it. And then when it dries, it hardens up, and it reinforces the counter in the back. Alright, we got the piece in there. Once it dries, it'll be nice and hard to reinforce that area. Now some people will do leather counters, heel counters, but this manufacturer does, I don't know, fiberglass or plastic, fiberboard, depending on what year it was done, I guess. And then we'll just let this sit until it dries, and we'll come in and put the leather piece in there. So this is the heel lining that we just took out of the shoe. Now if you notice here, there's a seam. Now this is the side of the heel. I don't know why Allen Edmonds does this. I'm sure they have their reasons, but when you have two leathers on top of each other, you're going to have a high point right there. Most of the time that gets to rub on the back of the heel and wears out fast. So what we're going to do, we're going to replace that with one piece leather, so there's no seams there. The seams we can have here, but that's not in the way of the pressure points of the heel. And we're going to salvage that little Allen Edmonds logo also. Alright, let's continue. Alright, so we've got the piece for the heel lining. We stitched in the Edmonds logo. And see these stitches here? These are just for aesthetics. They're not really structural. Because once the piece goes in and it's glued in, it looks like it's stitched, the lining is stitched together, but in actuality, it's just glued on the sides here. I skived the back a little bit right around the edge. Skiving means basically thinning it out so it's not so thick on the edge. And then we're going to put it in the shoe and curve it a little bit to give it the shape of the back of the heel. Alright, let's continue. Alright, so we've got the heel lining in. It's hard to see it, but it's all one piece all the way around. There's no seams in the back for the heels to rub into. Got your name tag back in. And we'll go ahead and glue the footbed down. Stitch that up. Continue with the sole job. Alright, we got the shank in. This shank is never going to break. Now some people don't like this because they like when they travel, they go through the airport and I guess they don't like the fact that it's metal and they have to take their shoes off basically. So most of the travelers do take their shoes off, but some who are frequent flyers, I guess, they have that express lane or something. Anyway, my advice is don't wear shoes with metal shanks if you're going to do that. Anyway, here's the cork that we're going to put in here. Now most of the manufacturers will use hot cork. It's basically hot, and then they spread it throughout the whole cavity of the bottom there. The idea of this is that it's cork either way, when it's liquid cork or cork from a sheet. The idea is from this point to this point to fill that in to level the surface, so when you're stepping down there's no spots where you feel that indentation. Alright, let's continue. At this stage we've glued the sole. Now it's ready to attach it to the shoe. Now this is a JR leather, John Rendenbach. It's a very tough leather and it's very dense leather, so you've got to wet it a little bit to kind of make it a little bit more pliable so it'll contour to the shape of the shoe. Make sure that's in the center right there. Now I use 10-11 iron, which means that it's the thickness of the leather. Some people will do 8-9, 9-10, and there are even 11-12 I believe, but that's very thick. So this is my standard of the JR leather that I use, which is a little thicker than what everybody else uses. Just lasts a little bit longer, that's all. Once we press the welt all the way around, and then we'll put in a press the sole, let that sit for a couple of seconds, and then we'll continue. Alright, so we've got the sole on. We've channeled it for stitching. Got the notched out for the French tip. Now we're going to go ahead and stitch it, trim the edges, attach that on there, and try to finish it up. Alright, so these are stitched. I use the red thread to stitch it. I mean, you could use anything you want. White, black. There's not really a set standard of what it should be. The one on the welt, however, is darker. I use the black on that. Unless we want to do a contrasting stitching, That's the only time you'll have a light color thread on there. Alright, let's continue. Alright, so as you can see, I use acetone to strip the finish off here. There's a lot of crud on the shoe. So once it dries, we're going to add a little bit of color to it. Condition it, color it, polish it, but not finish the uppers just yet. I want to do that after I trim the edges and finish the edges. So we'll just do a little bit here for the uppers, and then we'll continue with finishing the soles. Alright, so the uppers are getting there. Here's a comparison for you. Alright. Alright, so at this stage, we can do whatever we want to the bottoms. We can leave it neutral. Just apply some conditioners to it to leave it that natural look, or we can add some patterns or some dyes or whatever we want. Most of the time I ask the customer what they're willing, you know, what their style is. Are they conservative or do they want colors? And this customer said do whatever you want, so which is kind of cool. I like that. But you got to remember, it's just a dye, so even if it's a funky color, it's going to wear off in a couple of wears. So don't be afraid of, you know, to add some color to it. All right, let's continue. All right, so we're getting ready to attach the heel base. Now I used 5/8 threaded nails. Where are you? There you are. 5/8 threaded nails. You want it to basically reach down basically just to the leather sole. You don't want it coming through the inside because there's no heel lining on this pair to cover up all the nails that pop through. Put 7 of them on there, just like what it is in the original, which is enough. Sometimes the heel base separates here. So what I did was there's 3 layers there, so I took all of them apart, glued it all together first, and then glued it to the shoe, and then nailed it together. So this way it's nice and solid. There won't be any cracks there after you finish them. Okay, let's continue. All right, it's all finished. I put some brass nails in the heels, so that way it'll prevent it from wearing out fast. Also, we've got the French tips. Of course, the JR soles. And that's it. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you again.